Hi there, my name's Al. I'm one of the co-founders of Formisimo, and today I'm going to take you on a walkthrough of our form analytics platform. So Formisimo is a piece of analytical software that shows you user behavior in online forms and online checkouts. And we do this because it's a critical endpoint in the buying or interest process. If you can improve that checkout process or form, you're going to see more conversions and more revenue. And it's a critical area to optimize. So let me show you our overview page. So this is the Formisimo platform. You've got all your reports down the left hand side, and this is the very first report that you see when you log in and you've got data for the first time. Now the chart at the top of the page is showing you in grey the number of people who visited or seen the form. In blue it's showing you the number of starters, and in green the number of conversions. So already you're seeing some really interesting data in the number of form starters. These are people who've started typing and have engaged with the form. And the relationship between visits and starters and conversions, they are two different zones to optimize. So one is how can we get more people to start giving us data and information, and the other is how can we get more people who start filling in the form to complete it. And you'll notice on the chart there's a little note here, and what we do is whenever you make a change to your form or checkout, Formisimo detects this and notes it and adds it into our charts, and you can see more information on that in our annotations section. So below this chart you'll see a funnel, and that's taking you from visits to starters to conversions, and it's showing you the percentage of people that move between those stages. And this is really useful because you can see how bad the situation is and you can see the opportunity. So only 20% of your form starters move on to being a conversion. That means there's 80% of people there who, with optimization of your checkout or form, could become paying customers. And that means a huge increase in sales revenue and a huge decrease in cost per acquisition. Now I'm going to scroll down the page and you'll see our fails by country and fails by device. So we're mapping out people who started the form but didn't complete it and breaking them down into the device type and the country that they were in. And these are two great ways to understand where do we have some real problems and where should we spend our time improving. So for example, you could look at fails by device and say we have a particular issue with tablet devices. This has the highest fail rate. So let's tackle this and understand what is the user experience on tablets and how can we improve that. And because breaking down by device is so important, up in the left hand corner you can break down all our reports and see just information on the particular device types. So if I was to select mobile here, all of the reports in Formisimo would show just mobile data. So let me scroll back down the page and show you two teaser blocks. So this is two blocks of information that are showing you data from some of our larger reports. Most corrected fields on the left hand side is telling you which fields did users go back into and make a change. Press delete, backspaced, cursor around, did something to suggest that they're adjusting the information that they're entering. Another great piece of information for you to take forwards because it's telling you which fields are the worst. And if you can fix those fields, you're going to see a large uplift in sales. On the right hand side you're seeing popular drop-offs. So this is showing you the fields where people engaged with and then they left the process. Another great way of understanding which fields should we try and improve first, because these are the worst fields. They're the most frustrating fields, and they're the fields that cause people to leave our website completely, and we get no value from those individuals. So I showed you on the left hand side some of our reports. Below that there's also the export functionality, so you can easily take data out of Formisimo to wherever you want. Up in the top right hand corner you've got our print functionality, so you can take reports and export them to the printer. And then you've got our date selector, so you can zoom in on just a couple of days, or you can see a huge volume of data all the way back to the start of when you used Formisimo to try and spot trends and understand are things getting better or are things getting worse. So what I'm going to show you now is one of my favourite reports. It's one of the most powerful reports, and it's called Most Corrected Fields. So I talked to you before about that teaser block of which fields caused the most corrections. This is giving you a lot more information into where those corrections are taking place. So the chart at the top is giving you the average number of corrections per form starter. So in the month of May, every single person that started filling in this form or checkout made an average of just under 3 corrections. And because I've grouped this by months and I've selected a wide date range, you can see the trend and how the trend is going in the wrong direction. So this is a form that is getting worse and people are getting more frustrated with. If you can make this form easier, if you can remove that frustration, more people will get through the process and you'll have more conversions or more sales. So beneath the chart you've got some really useful headline information, but then beneath that again you've got a breakdown on a field by field basis of the corrections that took place. So for this particular field here, you can see it accounted for around 3% of all the corrections. And then we break down the types of corrections that took place in that field. So a refocus is someone that leaves that field to work on another field and then comes back. A delete is a delete key or a backspace key. And then cursor movements are, moving around on the cursors. Very different types of corrections, but really important to understand the breakdown between them, because that's going to help you optimize that particular field. Now, Formisimo has been built to give you a ton of information, and sometimes you want to cut through that information to understand, is this particular field a problem? Is it something I should be focused on? And we've created the health score on the right hand side, which compares the performance of that field to your website, your industry, and the Formisimo average. And we use a simple percentage and traffic light system, so you can see this field here is problematic, these ones here really problematic, this one is okay. So that's the end of our whistle stop tour of Formisimo. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you go on to use Formisimo. Good luck in your form and checkout optimization. Thank you.